welcome to Saudi Arabia.
Can't get lost with sheep, I walk a spun and not by me off. After all, can't ball on my own, I'm my brother's keeper. Take a bit longer to drop to sit on the top, not stopping it either. The hard to paint, the soft of the canvas, stay when I'm on like Lisa. The vision, additional mission is critical, but enough we see for. Bring it together, pulling the lever.
What's up guys, welcome to another week in the life of living here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and building up companies, exploring business opportunities. The last couple of days have been a bit more slow. It was my birthday, my mom was in town, my girlfriend is here, so just showed them around the city. But now we have a couple of exciting days ahead. We have some meetings lined up here in Riyadh. We're flying to Qatar in 2 days for an event and to meet some people. And I have somehow an exciting announcement to make where I'm maybe looking for some of you guys here in the community, but more on that later. For now, we're gonna get some food and then dive into the week. So let's go.
Pulling the lever, now follow the leader. One day they'll say they don't need us. Okay. Came from a place where if they can't iron it out, they got put on a t-shirt. Back then I needed a healer. No support's what's most important.
Alright guys, currently at the airport here in Riyadh, flying to Qatar for Web Summit and to meet some friends over there. A question that I've received in the comments of some of the last videos is how do I approach people and how do I essentially build a network in a new country without knowing anyone. And I just want to share what I did in the last couple of months to build, I would say, an extensive network here in Saudi Arabia, but in the region in general. So the first thing that I did when I arrived here, even before I arrived, was to go on LinkedIn and to look for people that seemed interesting to me. So I just started messaging a bunch of people, and some of them replied, some of them I met here, and some of them became friends. And 80 or 90% of the people didn't reply, but that doesn't matter. So first step, look for interesting people online. LinkedIn, this can even be Instagram. There's actually people messaging me now on Instagram that are coming here to Saudi Arabia that want to meet. So that's definitely a great way to get to know people in a new place. The second thing is go to events and dinners and networking occasions. It's so basic, but it's one of the best ways to meet new people. Showing up to random events, this can be business-related events, but it can also be like a football match or something like that. Just go to places where there's a lot of people and then just start talking to people. So obviously you should not be a very shy person to execute on this, but just start talking to people, especially here in the region. You can start talking to people on the street and meet people on the street. And the third thing that has helped me a lot is to just be a genuinely nice person and be friendly to people. So whoever is approaching you, just be nice to them, try to help them, try to provide value when you get asked for help. And I think one of the things that helped me to get into the right circles is to not ask for anything. So I'm not here to ask for money, to ask for any introductions or to ask for anything. I'm just here currently to understand the landscape, the business and the people. And I think if you are too aggressive, if you come here to get money or to get anything specific, people will notice this and it might be a lot harder for you to meet the right people. So that's my 2 cents on how I meet the right people here in this region.
Look to team like where can I lead us? Like what is the reason? We do what we do for the achievement. Because it's the season. Do I grab it or leave it?
Oh my God. Welcome to Qatar.
Stuck in our ways. There's always sign of change. Indicate for a couple of lanes. Lost ourselves and we got on the case. Investigating whatever say, can't entertain it.
So honestly, conferences are always the same shit. Doesn't matter which conference or which country. But the thing where we're here is everything that happens around the conference, side events, the people you meet. That's, for me at least, the most valuable part. But the conference itself usually is super crowded. It's very hard to find interesting stuff, but the things that happen around it, that's where I get a lot of value from. So that's why we're here. And we're gonna spend the next 2 days meeting some people here in the conference, but also meeting some people around the city here in Doha. And
You are not signed up to it. Won't catch me chasing throughout a maze for anything short of amazing. Can't chat to me about basics. I hold the keys on what's latest. I practice preaching occasion. My heart has to be racing, and art tends to need patience. My part's practically vacant. I'm half-heartedly waiting, but wholeheartedly.
Alright guys, I can't share everything, but I have a somewhat exciting announcement to make. So over the last couple of months I've been working on many different projects, and one of them is in the e-commerce field together with a German fund. And what we're currently planning is a company, D2C brand, that is in the F&B sector, an e-commerce company, that kind of like fits into the whole healthy food trend. And for this specific company, we are looking for somebody that can join us as a founder or as a management team. And we're looking for someone that fits in one of the following three fields. So either you have F&B experience in your prior career, or you have worked, in restaurants or in a food brand, in a food company. You are just a young person that just wants to do something, it wants to execute. So we don't really care about CVs or your studies. If you're a young guy that wants to do something, you might be a fit. And the third thing is if you're good in marketing. So if you have built, brands or stories around cool products, and if you feel like you can build a new story around a new product in Saudi Arabia, if you have experience in the whole GCC and Arabic world, then you might be a fit. And if you're interested in all of this and to learn more about it, then please shoot me a message on LinkedIn. I want to use this channel, this platform, and all of you guys watching to maybe join one of the companies. And at the moment, this company that I'm just talking about. So I can't share all the details, but this is what I can share. And if you want to learn more about it, text me on LinkedIn, and I'm happy to hop on a call with you, get to know you, and see where we can take it.
When the photo crops and the focus stops, and you've got what most have lost, what emotion costs, but you've grown in where you know when love is closest. A girl's a gun that's set to stand, that's set to stand. Aye, the pressure's on. Came through clean with a different measure. I don't know no big steppers. Yeah, we're achieving our goals with bold big letters. A girl's a gun that's set to stand.
Good morning, guys. I had a very rough night yesterday. I finished up a dinner in Doha, Qatar at 12 a.m. Then drove to the airport and took a flight at 2 a.m. to come here back to Riyadh. Currently it's 8:48 and I came here to the apartment at maybe 5 and then woke up like at 8 o'clock. And now we're on our way to a workshop from the aviation authority, because a good friend of mine, he called me a couple of days ago, like literally 3 days ago, and said, hey man, I have this invitation. It was very spontaneous. It's really important for us for the market entry here. It's an aviation company, private jet company in Europe, for the market entry here in KSA, but it's so spontaneous that I can't come. Do you wanna come in and represent us as a company there? So I said, yes man, happy to do it. And now we're going to dedicate this day to understand the private jet industry, to understand the market conditions, the investments needed, and everything else for private jet companies to launch here in Saudi Arabia. I think there's only going to be a couple of companies and people there, so it's a very close circle, and I'm super excited to have the opportunity to do this. And that's where we are gonna head now.
That's set to stand, aye, the pressure's on. Came through clean with a different measure. I don't know no big steppers. Yeah, we're achieving our goals with bold big letters. A girl's a gun that's set to stand.
It's really been a hectic day in Riyadh. I came back from Qatar yesterday, and I tried to actually move and do all the things that I wanted to get done in the next 4 days into one day, because I'm spontaneously flying back to Berlin, to Germany tonight. So we wrapped up a lot of the conversations and meetings from the last couple of weeks and finished them today. And I'm actually just about to head in the second last meeting. It's currently 5:30. And then we're gonna fly to Berlin tonight. And I'm gonna do maybe like a quick recap in Berlin for the last couple of weeks to give you guys more insights into what actually happened, besides the stuff that I documented. So let's go. Alright guys, it's actually been quite some time since I've been here in my apartment in Berlin. I actually used to live here over the last 4.5-5 years of my life, and yeah, still have an apartment here. So yeah, actually pretty excited to be back here now. In the next couple of weeks we're gonna take care of some paper stuff here in Berlin. We're gonna fix, some tax related stuff, and it's also the month of Ramadan in all Muslim countries, obviously. So Saudi is pretty slow over the next couple of weeks, so that's why I decided to come here now for a couple of weeks. And yeah, to also kind of like bring a lot of the things, because when I'm in Saudi, when I'm in Riyadh, it's always very hectic. There's meetings, events and stuff going on all the time, so I rarely have time to actually work in terms of sitting down, writing stuff down. I try to do that at the end of every week, but now I actually have days or even 2 weeks maybe to actually write down stuff, to just bring ideas to paper and work out some things. So I'm pretty excited for that over the next couple of weeks, and also to show you guys along here in Berlin, because this has obviously been home for the last couple of years, and I'm excited to introduce some of my friends, some of my business people here, and also take you alongside my routines and how life is here in Berlin compared to Saudi. So this is what the next video is going to be about. But now we are kind of like wrapping up the first 2 months of the year, and after Ramadan the work in Riyadh and Saudi is gonna really continue. Gonna have some meetings here in Berlin over the next couple of weeks with some companies. Actually, the fund that I talked to you guys earlier about, where we're doing the company with, is based here in Berlin. So we're gonna break down a lot of the things that we are wanting to execute in the next couple of months, and yeah, just have a good time here and document everything that we're up to here. So see you guys in the next couple of weeks here in Berlin.
With a different measure, I don't know no big steppers. You're achieving our goals with bold big letters. I'm a keeper, no bag. Can't get lost with sheep, but we'll get spun and not by me off. After all, can't ball on my own, and my brother's keeper. Take a bit longer to drop to sit on the top, not stopping it either.